Looks like I'm live now. It's good. So welcome to the stream. Last time I got kind of unlucky because I felt really sick and I had to go throw up. So I've taken down that video. That was not on purpose, obviously, but this time hopefully it will go better, and we'll try to do some progress on our survival game. So since last time, what did I do since last time? I added this stick. That was what I was working on when I had that little accident. So I made this stick, which is it is a rigid body, so it will collide with the trees and fall down on the ground. That was just a test object, really. Yeah, and if I start up the game, I also got yeah, you can see the stick there falling to the ground. I added head bob, so the head will move a bit when he walks, and I added some footstep sounds. So yeah, that's how it looks so far. And if I run, the sound will play more often. So that's what I've been doing for now. And also, if you're wondering, you can see at the scene here, I don't have anything below this plane. But if I play now, you can see that there's like a green long square here. The reason for that is because I'm trying off stream to work a bit on terrain generation, but I'm not sure if that's gonna work because I don't know if I'm experienced enough to make that work. But I'm trying. So, but I'm going to do that off stream. So yeah. But I have some plans for this stream, and that is to start working a bit on some assets, and we'll start coding some item pickup logic. So that's my plan for now. So I think I'll start with item pickup. So I want to be able to pick up this stick, and this is let's look at the scene. It's a rigid body at the top, and I have this stick here from Blender. So let's go into the main map, and yeah, I think we'll go into the player actually, because I want him to be able to like hold an item. So under the camera, I'm going to add a node just to like have a position for items. And this is not gonna be perfect at the start, but let's just have it there for now, and let's call it selected item transform. Let's look at the stick here. Yeah, it doesn't have any script, so I can add a script to it. Let's start coding a bit. Scripts. I'm going to make an own inventory folder because we're going to have an inventory later. So let's make a script for an item we can pick up. Item pickup or something. I think I have a better name for this actually. Collectible item. Let's create this. So what we need is like to detect if the player is close enough to interact with item. So I have a little plan for that. I'm going to make, I'll just close all of these other scripts. I'll save this one. I'll open it up again. We should add a game manager as well. So I'm going to make that real quick. Game manager. We'll open that up. And we're going to make this a global script as well. So let's add the game manager here. We'll call it the game manager. There we go. And we'll make a player variable. I made a player script. Like, that's what I coded last time. No, I coded it beforehand. Doesn't matter. What I did is on the top here I added class name player, so it recognizes the player script. Actually, let's go into the ready function and we'll say game manager dot player. Oh. Huh. Why can't I assign the player? That's weird. Maybe I need to save it first. If I haven't done that already. Yeah, that's what I had to do. So now we can have access to the player from the game manager. That's very useful. Let's go to collectible item and we'll add in the player here as well. Actually, because we assigned this in the ready function, I'm gonna check something real quick here on Google. Let's check Godot function called before ready. About after ready. Quite sure how to do this actually. Okay, we'll figure out this. I need to make like a signal, I think. On game started. Because the game needs like one frame to initialize everything, so await get tree, I think. Frame process frame. Godot call function after one frame. Call deferred. I'm gonna search that up. Godot call deferred. Okay, so I can just use call deferred maybe. Call deferred example. Okay. So call deferred. Let's just call it assign player or something. And let's make a function. Player equals game manager dot player. I'm just gonna check if this works. And yeah, of course I have to add this to the stick. And we need to make this a class name as well. Collect item. So let's add a collectible item to this. Now we can check. Let's see. Player, yeah, it's assigned to player. That's very good. So now the stick knows what object is the player, or it has a reference to the player. That's good, because now we're going to go into the process function and we're going to check the distance between the stick and the player, I think. So let's also just make a variable here for reach distance. Let's make it like 1 to begin with. So distance player dot vector 3 this no. I'm so used to Unity. Hold on, I'm gonna have to check this real quick. Godot get length between two objects. Distance 2. Self dot distance. No. How do I do this? Get the global. Oh yeah, global position. If I did that self here, self dot global position dot distance. can I? I'm just gonna try this. I'm just gonna have to delete this, I think. I'm just gonna quickly test that this distance variable actually works. Yeah, of course. Okay. I'm gonna just transform. I feel like it completely new now. Position? No. I think what's happened. I think I know what's happening here, actually. The bar. Because node doesn't have a position, of course. So global position distance to player dot global position. Okay, and the collectible is just going to be the parent. Yeah. Okay, the values changed. That's good. And if we stand still, nothing happens. Okay. So this works. So, but it's a vector 3. It's direction 2. It typed in wrong, I think. Distance 2. Let's see now. And of course I removed the print function. Yeah, there we go. And it decreases when it falls closer to the player, and 1 is like here. Yeah, that's good. So if distance is lower or equal to reach distance, then we pick up item. Oops. Let's just see now if it tells us that we picked up the item when we go close enough. And it does. That is good, but it calls many times, so we need to make sure it only gets called once. Or actually, we don't need to call it once. We can just tell it to destroy this object, actually. Because then when we get close enough to the stick will disappear from the ground. But it doesn't. And that's because, yeah, collectible. Actually, I'm gonna make this an export variable so we can assign it instead, just to be sure. I'll comment this out for now. Let's make the collectible. This one, the stick. Okay, now let's hope that the stick disappears. And of course it doesn't. What went wrong here then? I'm just gonna real quick print the distance. The distance is still the same, so I don't really... Ah! I didn't go close enough to it. Of course. So let's test this again. Go close enough. There we go, it picked up the item. Or like... yeah. You get the idea. So, alright, so here we need all the collecting logic. So, yeah, okay. This is gonna get complicated, I believe. I might work a bit with this off stream, but the plan was also to work a bit on some assets, so I might switch over to Blender now, so we can start working on some assets. There we go. So, like, what should we make? We should make some items you can craft from, like sticks and rocks. Maybe we'll make an axe or something, like a bushcrafted axe. Now we can start with cylinder actually, and let's make this 6 vertices. Just call this bushcrafted axe. Yeah, that should be good. Actually, I don't think we need to have it in the center here. Just okay. So this is gonna be like the stick part, and we should have a rock as like the blade or something. So let's just randomize this a bit. Okay, so that's the stick, and this versa here, I need to know this bit, and this one. And this one. There we go. So we need a rock. I'm just going to make like the simple rock type I usually make. But we need it to look a bit like a blade, so let's do it again actually. And let's just move it up here. Doesn't have to be completely perfect. That can be like an X, but doesn't look realistic. Like it not gonna be realistic anyway. But like the rock wouldn't stay on the stick. So let's add some. Let's add like a little string. So. So it can. Yeah, be good X. Just move this versus here. It's just I don't think this is gonna work very well. Because I can add some thickness to this. It has to work actually, so let's just do as best as we can. Looks alright, I guess. It is not meant to be perfect, so yeah, that'll do, I think. But what I do need is like I think for the Godot engine and any other engine, I think like a bunch of materials will like make the performance suffer a bit. So I think we need to just have one material instead with multiple colors on it. So I'm gonna make a little color palette actually. So yeah, this is not gonna be professional, but whatever. Let's make like a blue color and a We need all colors. Ah, this is stupid. I'm gonna do this in another way. Or I can just search up and see if I can find. I'm gonna check on my other monitor here. Color palette, and I'm going to make sure it's under Creative Commons so I don't get sued by YouTube. There we go. Because what we need is like something like this. We need like a color palette. So we have multiple colors to choose from. Maybe we can use this one. Looks good, but it's so few colors. Color palette for games, for game developers. I'm just gonna search through here and find like a decent looking color palette. You know what? I'll do this later. I'll just use materials for now because I don't want this to get too boring for you guys either. So let's make like a brownish color for the stick, and for the rock I should add this. I'm not sure what color this string should be though. It has to be like some natural material. Yeah, I can just keep it white actually. That looks so stupid as well. What color should I have on this? Hold on, I'm just gonna search something up here real quick. Just look at the colors. Some color like this maybe. Like a light brown color. Yeah, that looks alright. Let's check in the engine. Models. Yeah, this looks good. But we need more assets, so yeah. I'm going to make. I'm not sure what I should make next. Like, one thing we can make is like we could make some icons for the inventory or something. I know that's not in this plan, but who cares? We can use Illustrator for this. Alright, new file. Yeah, I can change this later. Alright, so I'll save this in game assets. So we need an icon for the stick. This look good for a stick, I think. I might do this a little more detailed later, but let's decide how big this artboard should be in like pixel scale. Be like, I think 300 by 300, just for like a icon. It should be fine. This is the stick, and let's make another layer. Let's call this slot because we need like a slot in the inventory. Because this game is gonna be kind of minimalistic, so yeah. I don't need to add much detail to everything. I think this looks good for like a slot, and we can round the edges a little bit. And I'm just gonna make the background transparent. So now if we like get a stick to the inventory or pick up a stick and we check our inventory, we should see like something like this. Maybe I'll add a stroke around to make it look a bit more like highlighted or something. Let's add a lighter brown color or something. I mean, that looks better, but it doesn't look that good. Hold on, I'm actually gonna search up a stick, just find the stick. Like, let's go on Pinterest, it's better. Search up stick, logo. No, just a regular stick. Yeah, something like this. Let's just copy that image and use it as a reference. Oops. I think I did something wrong here. Yeah, it doesn't matter, I'm not gonna keep this one. Let's make this, or like trace out this stick. We could have the reference layer behind actually, and let's disable the stroke. actually gonna turn the opacity a bit down so I can see better. And that looks much more like a stick. I think that'll be good. So let's just rotate it slightly. There we go. So this is gonna be used for the inventory later. So we gotta make a rock as well. Just find an image of a good looking rock. Doesn't have to be perfect. The reason I didn't make this is because that's a darker side of the rock. I want to make it like have shadows and stuff like that, so let's just turn down the opacity so I can see better, or so I can see at all. Let's make this other part. Again, I don't have to follow the image 100%. It's just a reference image, so now let's make this. I mean, that looks a bit more like a rock. Yeah, that'll do, I think. So now we have a rock and we have a stick. I don't know what much more to do in this stream. I feel like it's getting kind of boring, to be honest. I might make a video later. But yeah, I think that's all I got for now. So yeah, there wasn't much people that tuned into this stream, but that's okay. I know that this can get kind of boring. So yeah, I understand that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed anyway. Sorry this wasn't like a very exciting stream, but hopefully this will get better and I'll make some more progress. So I'll see you guys.